My name is Elena, and this is the complete, raw, emotional, and extremely detailed story of how my fiancé of 4 years suddenly left me for my own cousin just 3 months before our dream wedding, shattering my heart, my trust, and my entire world in the worst possible way. And how I showed up at their wedding with a gift they will never forget for the rest of their lives. I grew up in a big, loud, warm but sometimes complicated Italian-American family in New Jersey. Family was the absolute center of our lives. Every Sunday we had massive dinners with homemade pasta, sauce that had been simmering for hours, meatballs, loud conversations, laughter, arguments, and love all mixed together. Holidays were even bigger with 50 or more relatives gathered in one house, tables full of food, kids running around, and stories being told late into the night. In this family, my cousin Mia was always the golden girl, the star, the one who received all the compliments, all the attention, and all the praise from aunts, uncles, and grandparents. She was beautiful, outgoing, confident, fashionable, and knew exactly how to charm everyone. She got the best clothes, the most expensive gifts, and was the center of every gathering. I was the quieter, more responsible, and organized cousin. I was the one who helped my mom in the kitchen from a young age, planned family events, made sure everyone had what they needed, and stayed in the background while Mia enjoyed the spotlight. Even though we were close growing up and I trusted her with almost everything, there was always this underlying competition that I tried to ignore. I met Daniel during my second year of college. He was charming, intelligent, ambitious, and had a smile that made me feel safe and truly loved in a way no one else ever had. We dated for 4 wonderful years. He proposed to me on our anniversary at our favorite beach during sunset with a beautiful ring I had secretly admired for months. I cried happy tears and said yes immediately. We started planning our dream wedding with so much excitement and love. We booked a stunning lakeside venue, chose elegant flowers, created a guest list of over 250 people, designed custom invitations, picked the perfect cake, and dreamed about every little detail together. My family was thrilled, especially my parents. Mia was one of my bridesmaids. She went dress shopping with me, helped choose the bridesmaid dresses, attended cake tastings, and acted like the most loving and supportive cousin anyone could ask for. I never suspected a thing. I trusted both of them completely with my heart and my future. Then, 3 months before the wedding, my entire world collapsed in the worst possible way. Daniel sat me down in our apartment one quiet evening and told me he was leaving me. He said he had fallen in love with someone else and couldn't go through with the marriage. When he finally revealed the name, I felt like someone had punched me in the chest and ripped my heart out. It was Mia, my own cousin, the person I had trusted most after him. The betrayal was so deep and painful that for the first few minutes I couldn't even speak or cry. I just sat there numb, trying to process what he was saying. He told me they had been seeing each other secretly for almost a year. When I confronted Mia the next day, she didn't even try to deny it. She looked me in the eyes and said they were meant to be and that she was sorry, but she couldn't fight her feelings. The pain was unbearable. I lost not only my fiancé but also my cousin, my trust and family, and felt completely humiliated in front of everyone who knew us. The family's reaction made everything 10 times worse. Instead of supporting me, many relatives, especially the older generation, told me to be mature and not create drama because it would embarrass the whole family. My own mother asked me to step aside gracefully so Mia and Daniel could get married peacefully. Some aunts even said things like, "These things happen in families, Elena. Don't make it bigger than it is." The humiliation and double betrayal from both my fiancé and my own blood was devastating. I lost weight, couldn't sleep for weeks, cried almost every night, and struggled to get out of bed some mornings. But in that deep darkness, a quiet strength slowly started growing inside me. I refused to let them destroy me completely. I started therapy, focused on my career in event planning, worked out every single day, surrounded myself with real friends who truly supported me, and slowly began rebuilding my confidence and life piece by piece. Meanwhile, Daniel and Mia moved extremely fast. Just 6 weeks after he left me, they announced their engagement. They booked the exact same lakeside venue we had chosen together. Many of our mutual friends and even some of my family members received invitations. Watching them plan the wedding I had dreamed about for years was incredibly painful, but I stayed silent and kept my plan to myself. Over the next few months, I quietly collected every single piece of evidence of their year-long affair: screenshots of hundreds of messages, hotel receipts, photos of them together, voice notes, and everything I could find. I organized all of it into a beautiful, elegant, high-quality photo album that looked like a thoughtful and expensive wedding gift from the outside. The day of their wedding finally arrived. The venue looked absolutely stunning, decorated exactly the way I had once planned with so much love. I received an invitation because my family pressured me heavily to attend. For the sake of family peace, I decided to go, but not as the broken, heartbroken ex. I wore a powerful, elegant, deep red dress that made me feel confident and strong. I sat quietly through the ceremony, watching them exchange vows that should have been mine. When it was time for guests to give gifts or say a few words, I stood up calmly. The entire room went silent. Everyone was staring at me, expecting me to cry or cause a dramatic scene. Instead, I smiled politely and said I had prepared a very special and meaningful gift for the happy couple. I handed them a beautifully wrapped box with a card that simply read, "Something you'll never forget." As they opened it in front of over 250 guests, their smiles faded and their faces turned pale. Inside the elegant album were printed screenshots, messages, photos, receipts, and clear evidence of their entire secret affair. There were texts where Daniel told Mia he was only staying with me for convenience. There were messages where Mia laughed about how clueless I was. There were hotel bookings from the time he was still calling me his future wife. The room filled with loud gasps and uncomfortable whispers. Mia started crying. Daniel looked furious and completely embarrassed. I spoke clearly and with calm dignity, without raising my voice. "You both betrayed me in the worst possible way. You took my trust, my love, and my future. Today I'm giving you the truth as my wedding gift. May your marriage be as honest as the relationship you built behind my back for an entire year." I walked out of the venue with my head held high while chaos erupted behind me. Many family members later reached out saying they finally saw the real picture and regretted not believing me earlier. Some apologized sincerely. Daniel and Mia's marriage started under a cloud of public shame and embarrassment. They divorced within 2 years. I, on the other hand, rebuilt my life stronger than ever before. I started my own successful event planning company, met a wonderful man who truly respects and values me, and learned one of the most important lessons of my life: betrayal can break you temporarily, but it can also make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Never let anyone, even family, dim your light or make you feel unworthy. Your worth is not defined by those who fail to see it. Thank you for listening to my full story. If you have ever been betrayed by someone you loved and trusted, especially by family, please share your experience in the comments. Let me know which country and city you are watching from today. If this story gave you strength, please like the video and subscribe for more real family revenge and redemption stories every week. Stay strong, protect your heart, and remember that your comeback will be beautiful. I'll see you in the next one.